So now we look at a problem which looks to be a bit clumsy because you have some trinomials and binomials and you have to expand this. The good part about the problem is maybe the first row contains identical elements. So we can create two zeros by using C3 as C3 minus C2, and we can write C2 as C2 minus C1. So maybe we can work for that one approach to create two zeros. But then the beauty of the chapter is that I can use something very interesting, and this interesting part is I use a fact that if f dash x is 0, then I can claim this implies that fx does not depend on x, that is f is constant whatever x is, whatever x may be, right? So whatever the value of x may be, the value of fx remains constant if f dash x is 0. We know that this f dash x equal to 0 implies fx should be some constant value, and this constant value is independent of x. So I'll be using this notion to prove the question, right? Now the problem given is, the problem states that you have to show that this is independent of a1, b1, b2. Now we'll differentiate this determinant with respect to a1, and we'll find its value. Let's see what happens. Now to differentiate a determinant, we need to differentiate the first row. Now you can see that the first row contains constants 1, 1, 1. So with respect to with respect to a1, the differentiation becomes 0. Now there is no need of writing the remaining elements because this determinant now automatically becomes equal to 0. Plus. Now we use the second row, keeping the remaining same. So you get 1, 1, 1. And if I differentiate the second row, what you find is the differentiation of a1 plus x1 with respect to a1 is 1. Differentiation of a1 plus x2 with respect to a1 is again 1, and this is again 1. This is also 1, right? And again there is no need of writing the third elements because we know that this value automatically becomes equal to 0. And now we differentiate the third row with respect to a1. So the first two rows are same 1, 1, 1. The second row will be same a1 plus x1, a1 plus x2, a1 plus x3, and the third row again does not contain the terms of a1, so its differentiation will be 0 क्योंकि उसमें a1 है ही नहीं, तो जब a1 नहीं है तो उसका differentiation will be 0. So this determinant again becomes 0. So what I find is d delta by dA1, the value of this becomes 0, and if its value becomes 0, then it means the determinant is independent of a1. Similarly, the value of d delta upon dB1, we differentiate this with respect to b1 now. So let's see what happens. Now the first row becomes 0, there is no term involving b1, so the differentiation of the first row becomes 0. So as a result this determinant becomes 0, there is no need of calculating the further parts. Plus differentiation of the second row, keeping the first row same. Now second row again does not contain b1, so this will again be 0, its differentiation will be 0, and third row remains same. So again there is no need of writing the third row also, this becomes 0 because second row has all elements equal to 0. Now coming down to the third row, the first row was 1, 1, 1, the second row was a1 plus x1, a1 plus x2, a1 plus x3, and then you had now we'll differentiate the third row with respect to b1. So observe that differentiation of डिफरेंशिएशन ऑफ x1 स्क्वायर इज 0 विद रिस्पेक्ट टू b1, x1 स्क्वायर का डिफरेंशिएशन 0 हो जाएगा ना, इसका डिफरेंशिएशन इज 0. b1 x1 का डिफरेंशिएशन विल बी x1, इसका डिफरेंशिएशन b1 x2 का डिफरेंशिएशन विल बी x2, और इसका डिफरेंशिएशन हो जाएगा x3. So we get this. Now this is not trivially 0. The third determinant is not 0 trivially. Let's see what we can do about it. Maybe think about this, that if I perform from the second row, I subtract the third row. From the second row I subtract the third row. So I get a determinant like 1 1 1, a1 a1 a1, x1 x2 x3, and this determinant is again equal to 0 because the first row and the second row are proportional. They are proportional, so the value will be 0. ये हम लोगों ने प्रॉपर्टीज में देखा था कि अगर डिटर्मिनेंट की दो रोज प्रोपोर्शनल होती है तो वैल्यू ऑफ द डिटर्मिनेंट इज ऑल्सो 0, right? So again we get d delta by d b1 is also 0, which means the determinant does not depend on b1. Now by the same argument, similarly show yourself that d delta by db2 is 0. Now solve it yourself. You solve it yourself. Just pause the video here and solve it yourself. Solve yourself to get the answer, right? So we can easily prove this particular part. We are done with this particular part of proving that the determinant is independent of. This is done. Now comes the next part of the question, which is that you have to find the value of the determinant also. Now this becomes easy because once we know, since delta does not depend on the values, it does not depend on a1 b1 b2, therefore मैं इनकी जगह कुछ भी रखूँ कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. So let's put a1 equal to b1 equal to b2 equal to 0. It will not affect the value of determinant because determinant पे डिपेंड ही नहीं कर रहा. हम लोगों ने प्रूव कर दिया कि दिस इज इंडिपेंडेंट ऑफ दीज वैल्यूज. सो अगर हम a1 b1 b2 को 0 डाल दें तो द वैल्यू ऑफ द डिटर्मिनेंट नाउ बिकम्स 1 x1 स्क्वायर, 1 x2 स्क्वायर, 1 x3 स्क्वायर, and this is a standard van der Waals determinant whose value we know. It is x2 minus 1, it is x1 minus x2, x2 minus x3, x3 minus x1. This is standard van der Waals determinant whose value we know. So that will easily give you the result. So we looked at the two approaches. One approach was we can probably start with the transformation of C3 को हम C3 minus C2 and then C2 को C2 minus C1 लिख के दो zeros बना के expand करें. उससे जो फाइनल डिटरमिनेंट बनेगा उसमें हम देखेंगे कि इट विल नॉट कंटेन द टर्म्स ऑफ a1 b1 b2. दैट इज वन अप्रोच विच इज परफेक्टली फाइन. बट अ मोर एलिगेंट अप्रोच इज हम डिफ्रेंसिएशन का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. अगर मुझे प्रूव करना है कि कोई चीज़ a1 b1 b2 पे डिपेंड नहीं कर रही तो हम प्रूव कर देते कि उसका डिफ्रेंसिएशन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू a1 b1 b2 इज 0. एंड वंस वी प्रूव दैट ये इन पे डिपेंड नहीं कर रहा तो फिर उनकी जगह हम कोई भी वैल्यू डालें आंसर पे फर्क ही नहीं पड़ेगा. इफ़ अ फंक्शन इज नॉट डिपेंडेंट ऑन x, हम x की जगह कुछ भी रख दें, सपोज एफ एक्स की वैल्यू कॉन्स्टेंट है 5, तो मैं x की जगह कुछ भी डालूँ उसका आंसर हमेशा ही 5 आएगा. इट इज़ ऑलवेज कॉन्स्टेंट. सो वी आर यूजिंग दैट नोशन टू फाइंड दिस क्वेश्चन, टू फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ द डिटरमिनेंट, राइट. सो नाउ वी टेक one more example. We take another example which again utilizes this notion of differentiation of determinant. So let's look at this problem. So we start with this question. Now this is a previous IIT JEE question. This is IIT question, has appeared previously in IIT JEE, and now this question initially looks again bulky because आपको डिफ्रेंशिएट करना है यहाँ पे एक सेकेंड रो में एक बार करना है और थर्ड रो में हमें 2 बार डिफ्रेंशिएट करना है. तो उसके पहले हम लेट्स प्रिपेयर सम ग्राउंड वर्क हियर. व्हाट वी कैन डू इज वी नो दैट डिफरेंशिएशन ऑफ x इंटू एफ, इसका डिफरेंशिएशन यूजिंग प्रोडक्ट रूल विल बी x इंटू एफ डैश प्लस f इंटू एक्स का डिफरेंशिएशन इज 1, राइट. इसी तरह से एक्स स्क्वायर एफ का फर्स्ट डेरिवेटिव विल बी इक्वल टू 2x इंटू एफ प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर एफ डैश, and the value of the second derivative of x square f, the value of the second derivative of x square f becomes x square f का second derivative. This will be equal to differentiation of this first derivative का differentiation. So this again in turn becomes 2 x f dash plus 2f plus 2x f dash plus x square f double dash. Now this is same as 4x f dash plus 2f plus x square f double dash. We have this particular tool with us, right? Now we are ready to start the question. We'll follow the strategy that we'll first simplify the determinant delta and then we'll differentiate. हम पहले simplify करेंगे फिर differentiate करेंगे. So let's start with the question. Let's start with the question. Now the value of delta is, first column becomes f, x into f का derivative. So I'm using the result directly from here. This becomes x times f dash plus f, and then x square f का second derivative I am using the result from here. This looks like 4x f dash plus 2f plus x square f double dash. In the same way, by symmetry I can write the remaining elements. So g x g dash plus g, 4 times x g dash plus 2 times g plus x square g double dash, and then you have h x h dash plus h, and then we have 4 times x h dash plus 2h plus x square h double dash. So we get this as the value of the determinant. I have simply used the results, these three results, to solve or to simplify the determinant delta. I have expanded the value. मैंने सबका differentiation लिख दिया, right? And now what I do is I split this determinant delta along the second row. Let's see what happens. So I get f x f dash, then you have 4x f dash plus 2f plus x square f double dash, then you have g x g dash 4x g dash plus 2g plus x square g double dash, then h x h dash 4x h dash plus 2h plus x square h double dash प्लस. नाउ मैंने इसको सेकेंड रो के अबाउट स्प्लिट करा. सो सेकेंड रो के अबाउट स्प्लिट करने का मतलब है कि हमने इसको सेकेंड रो से स्प्लिट करेंगे तो पहला एलिमेंट तो ये आ जाएगा एक्स एफ डैश एक्स जी डैश एक्स एच डैश, एंड द रिमेनिंग एलिमेंट हियर वुड बी, दिस विल बी एफ जी एच, and again you have f g h, and then the third row. Now this determinant is 0 because these first and second rows are identical, so the value of this determinant becomes 0. Now I split this determinant in 3 determinants along third row. So the first determinant looks like f x f dash 4 times x f dash. मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, इसको थर्ड रो के अबाउट अब स्प्लिट कर रहा हूँ. जी एक्स जी डैश 4xg dash h xh dash 4xh dash plus f xf dash 2f g xg dash 2g h xh dash 2h plus f xf dash x square f double dash g xg dash x square g double dash h xh dash x square h double dash. So I get this value. And if you observe this determinant, the first one, if you look at the first determinant carefully, so what I find is that the second row and the third rows are proportional. So the value of this particular determinant, the value of this determinant becomes 0. Again, if I look at the second determinant, the first row and the third rows are proportional. So as a result, the second determinant also becomes 0. So now we are only left with the third determinant. We are only left with the third determinant. So this becomes the third determinant is now I take x common from the second column. My second column say I take x common from here and I send this x in the third row. So अभी ऐसा दिखेगा, मैंने second column second row से x common लिया और third row में भेज दिया, तो ये बन जाएगा f g h f dash g dash h dash and x square मैंने x इसमें भेज दिया तो x क्यूब f डबल डैश x क्यूब g डबल डैश x क्यूब h डबल डैश, ये आ जाएगा, राइट. सो नाउ दिस इज द वैल्यू ऑफ डेल्टा. दिस इज द वैल्यू ऑफ डेल्टा. आई हैव सिंप्लीफाइड डेल्टा. मैंने अभी डिफरेंशिएशन ऑफ डिटर्मिनेंट नहीं किया है. I have differentiated some of the terms in the determinant, but I have not differentiated the determinant. This is simply the value of determinant delta which was given on the problem. So this is the value of the determinant that was given to us. Okay, this is the value of the determinant which was given to us. And now, अच्छा, make a correction बच्चों. यहाँ पे there is a small correction in the question, and what you have to do is you have to make this x cube. Right, make this instead of x square, make this x cube in all the places. Instead of x square, make it x cube. This is a small correction in the question. So now we have to prove the result further. We have to prove the result further. Now we have to differentiate the determinant. So now if I differentiate this, now you get the value of delta dash as, we first differentiate the first row, f dash g dash h dash, बची हुई दो rows same रहेंगी तो f dash g dash h dash. And now what I find is that the two rows are identical, so this determinant automatically becomes 0. there is no need of writing the third row, टाइम क्यों वेस्ट करें. प्लस अब हम सेकेंड रो का डिफ्रेंशिएशन करेंगे, f डबल डैश g का g डबल डैश h डबल डैश, और थर्ड रो सेम रखेंगे, x क्यूब f डबल डैश x cube g double dash x cube h double dash, right. And again what you find is the value of this determinant is also 0 because the second and third rows, second row and the third rows are proportional, so the value of this determinant also becomes 0. So we are now only left with plus f g h. अब थर्ड रो का डिफ्रेंशिएशन, f डैश g डैश h डैश x क्यूब f डबल डैश, इसका डेरिवेटिव x क्यूब g डबल डैश का डेरिवेटिव, x क्यूब h डबल डैश का डेरिवेटिव. वी आर लेफ्ट विद दिस. और इनफैक्ट हमें यही प्रूव करना था. इफ़ यू लुक एट द प्रॉब्लम, दिस इज व्हाट वी वर सपोज टू प्रूव. यही चाहिए था हमें ना. इफ़ यू लुक एट द क्वेश्चन ऑन द राइट साइड, वी वांटेड दिस. ये मैंने करेक्शन करवा दिया था आप लोग को इस रो में. दिस वाज इंस्टेड ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर मेक इट एक्स क्यूब इन ऑल द प्लेसेस. तो हमें यही चीज़ प्रूव करनी थी और ये हमने यहाँ पे वी हैव प्रूव दिस. सो दैट कंप्लीट्स द प्रूफ ऑफ द क्वेश्चन. It was an interesting problem. It's a JEE question. We do not expect IT problems to be easy. At times you might get some easy questions, but then most of the time the problems are the ones which make you think innovatively. You have to be creative.